the network for the AV industry.
What are you listening to?
This
This is AV.
This
is AVNation.
This is AVNation.
This is Tim Albright with AVNation with an AVNation special, taking a look and a preview at the Legrand Roadshow. With me is Ben Martin from Legrand AV. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So you guys, a couple of years ago, you ran around the country and did some regional shows, and this time around you are doing the exact same thing, hitting the road. Actually, the time that this hits, it'll be this week. We're going down to Florida, to Las Vegas. I get to meet you and hang out with the folks at Legrand. But first, before we even get started, 2022 is obviously, we're coming out of another 21, 2 years removed from COVID. What led Legrand AV to develop and kind of launch the regional roadshow this year?
Yeah, it's a great question. And let me sort of set the scene a little bit. We problem solve at Legrand a lot using design thinking. And some of your listeners may have attended a workshop that we've done before at Infocom. A couple of our leaders, Nathan Boll and Laurie Inglett, who are a couple of key practitioners, we really love this stuff so much. And so we do try and share it wherever we can. But at its core, design thinking is a problem-solving methodology that's rooted in customer empathy. And this is the path that led us to the roadshow. So as as everyone's aware, COVID has tied our hands of doing what we love most, which is seeing our customers in person, sharing our awesome products. So we turn to design thinking and to our customers to ask, how might we see each other in a way that works today? And it's a really cool process. I thought I'd share some of those concepts with you because we didn't start with a solution. We started with a question. And the team took this question or this hypothesis to our customers. And there were some pretty cool ideas which came out of this, right, from the dialogue and the conversation. And I know how much everyone loves a good cocktail napkin sketch, so I think we can flash maybe some images up of some of that early concepting up. And you can see that there's been, a range of ideas. We got feedback on these ideas from a variety of different dealers, distributors, end users, and all the channels we serve. Because, we're all together on this, but everyone's in a bit of a different place. So, lots of cool ideas there. I really loved the pop-up store idea. I thought that was kind of cool. That was my favorite, but the reality is, pragmatism took over, and it wasn't really the best way to get mobility and get to where our customers were. But where we landed, I think, is a great outcome, right, with the Legrand pre-truck. And the results were really clear from this exercise, right? Our customers said to us, look, they want to see us, they want to see products, they want to touch the products, they want to have live demos, they want to be able to feel, in person how these things look without having to see it through a video or on a PowerPoint presentation. And so some of our brands had done roadshows in the past, and customers really liked the interaction and the convenience of the roadshow coming to them. People felt more comfortable in the size of the groups and the ability to be outside and properly socially distanced. And they loved the idea of getting to see their own sales reps. So all of this kind of came together and, voila, right? The roadshow was born.
Really quickly, before we get started on the trailer, you mentioned the fact that you started with a question, which is something that if you've never taken a design thinking course with Legrand, it is certainly worth the time. What was the question that you guys started with?
Sure. So it really starts with an overarching theme, right? So you have an overarching theme, and then from that you have a breakdown of some specific questions underneath it. And the overarching theme or the hypothesis that we had was, how in today's climate do our customers want to experience our products? That was the question we're trying to answer. And that was the question that we took to, our partners and our customers. And subset to all of that, there was more tactical questions like, would you want it in a hall? Would you want it outside? Would you want to come to it? Would you want us to come to you? And you sort of iterate through all of these things to come up with the idea.
All right, now let's get to the trailer itself. You started talking about the differences. You mentioned the pop-up store, which I would kind of argue maybe that the at least the concept and the design behind the trailer is a little bit like that because you're taking it to different cities.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the kind of the design thinking behind that, and the development of that specialized roadshow trailer?
Yeah, well, look, it was really, we wanted to be able to provide, the ability for people to interact, but it had to be done in a way that was mobile, that allowed people to socially distance. You make a good correlation between the way the Legrand truck kind of pops out, physically in your car park sort of thing, and it expands out. It was how do we allow people to move through? How do we allow people to see the products sort of in situ, how they might be deployed, actually see them moving and working, turn them around, pull up the covers, and do so in a way that they can still be socially distanced. There's not huge crowds. There's nothing that we're doing that's going to create an environment that is unsafe or makes people feel uncomfortable.
Well, kind of walk me through the experience, like what all is in it, because you've got Legrand AV, obviously has several different brands. So what all are we talking in there?
Yeah. So what's in the truck, right?
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool challenge for our teams, and once we'd nailed down the concept, we had to figure out how to get all of the stuff that we have. We've got 6-something brands jammed into this road authorized size vehicle. So that's quite a challenge. But they did it, right? We have Middle Atlantic's new forum showing the latest from Vadio, so customers can see our conferencing solutions. We have Chief kiosks and even a miniature daylight tensioned advantage with the Sightline, our new screen. And what's also cool is that the teams had this trailer shot from head to toe, so we can develop, or we did develop, an online 3D experience. So customers don't have to actually wait for it to pull up to see what's inside, and they don't have to wait for their memory after it's gone, right? They have to rely on their memory. And of course, you can't get the handshakes and a free lunch from the website, but it's a pretty cool sort of second way to have a look at the real deal. And we can, I think, maybe share perhaps the listeners here the link to that if you like.
You mentioned the free lunch and the handshake. The other part of that that comes with the in-person, and I want you to talk about this for a second, because part of the design thinking, I know I'm going back for a second, is the feedback loop. Right. And part of the design thinking is the information you get back from the customers, from the field. When you talk about, yes, there's free lunch, and yes, the handshake, but talk for a second about the real kind of on the ground feedback you're getting from, not just AV users, but also from dealers and from, the folks that are in the field when we do these road shows.
Yeah, well, we try to pride ourselves as being a installer-centric, customer-centric, very innovative product design team. So we take what we try to get a really good grasp of is what are you actually doing in the field? What are the sort of problems that you're facing? How we can we make your job easier? So a lot of the solutions that we have and the products that we've built have been a direct response to a conversation at one of these events when someone says, "Look, this is the sort of installation problem I'm meeting time and time again. Can you help me? Find a way to make life easier?" And that gets absorbed back, gets fed back into our product teams, and they sit down and they work through. Well, look, is there a better way to allow our screens to be sized and be projected or come down from the ceiling in such a way that you don't have all of that black backdrop, right? Which is where the Sightline product came from. So it's that kind of loop that's so critical to our innovation and our R&D process that makes the Legrand audiovisual product portfolio so rich and so loved and so well regarded by dealers, installers, and customers alike.
You mentioned the dealers and the customers. Exactly who, when we're talking to folks, we're talking to folks online or whatever, and inviting people out. Who exactly are you hoping to show up to the trailer?
Well, it's a real open house style event. So we are welcoming everybody. We would love anyone who's seen this video who wants to come to register and turn up. We feel that everybody has probably something to contribute to it, and we'd welcome them, even if they just want to come and have a look, or if they want to come in and give us feedback, or maybe they're not sure about something, they want to ask some questions about how things can work together, or particular challenges that they have in the field that maybe we have a solution that they're not aware of. That's what we're looking for out of this. So, it's really come one, come all. Everybody is welcome.
All right. You are kicking this off in your home state of Minnesota, which is rather chilly in January, and you are heading due south. First stop is Oklahoma City, but I get to see you in Vegas on the 21st of January. It's the first open house style event. We get to hang out there. Where else is the trailer going?
Yeah, all true. And look, we can't wait to see you on the other side in Vegas. But look, mapping this out was a real exercise. You're right. It's pretty cold in Minnesota right now, so probably not the best place to start. And look, to be honest, we wanted to stop everywhere. And once we calculated the distances and remembered that our driver is a human too and probably needs to sleep and eat from time to time, we figured out a pretty cool formula, of some of the specific stops. And they're all dedicated to customers, mixed with open house events that are more kind of come one, come all style, like I just talked about, and like the Vegas event later this month. So, listeners can check out the schedule and register for one of these open houses on our website, right, legrandav.com. But the team has pulled together a dedicated page with the scoop on when and where, with the 3D experience. It's all in one site. We'll, of course, be posting pictures from our visits and the registration for open houses on LinkedIn. So hopefully everyone is following us there. Look, let me make a quick shameless plug. Now I'm talking about LinkedIn. So our following has more than doubled in the past 2 years. And that's because we've been working so hard to make the content meaningful like this. So, please check it out on where we're going next. But to answer the question specifically, I can tell you, right, we're starting in the Southwest where it's a little warmer in January and February. Then moving around to sort of further south, Texas, Florida, during February and March. Up to the East Coast during April. The Central States are in May, June. And then into InfoComm in June in Las Vegas. So back to Las Vegas again. And then back to Minnesota in the Northwest in June and July of this year. So just to be clear, though, Tim, we've been talking about the commercial plan here. We'll be refitting the trailer for residential team to kick off in the late summer, where the OnQ and Sanus brands are going to join the party. So we'll give you more on that as the year progresses.
Very cool. So you're getting the residential and the commercial in there as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really cool. We mentioned the fact that our first open house is in Vegas. That very location is Gordon Biersch Brewery, again, on January 21st from 12 o'clock until 4 o'clock Pacific time, specifically. Ben, when folks join us, join me on the 21st or join the other stops, what should they be expecting when they come by?
Good question. Well, I tell you, for starters, some super excited Legrand folks. Our sales team has been itching since day one to get back out there. It's what they do. It's not just what they do. It's who they are. It's hard-coded to their DNA, and they generally love connecting with people, and have been missing this a great deal. So if you can imagine 2 years of that pent-up energy in a box just like popping up, along with all of the great products for you to look at out of the truck. It's going to be a bit like that. And we touched on this a little earlier too. It will be, your sales team. So each stop is being staffed and tailored to the region. So it's the person who's had your back throughout all the crisis, and will continue to be there, of course, for whatever 2022 throws our way. And in addition, you're going to see all of the cool new products and solutions. And not just see it, but do more than you can do with just looking at it on YouTube or a PowerPoint presentation. You can experience the products, and the setup's been designed to encourage interaction with the products. We want people to open them up. We want them to check the connections in the back, look under the hood, really play and kind of get their hands into it all. So there's all of that, and of course, it's not going to be a party without the snacks and the food. So we'll have that as well. The only thing that might be missing from an authentic trade show is our VP of sales in North America, Jay Rowe, singing karaoke. But Maybe that won't be so missed.
No, if you've never heard J. Rose sing karaoke, you are missing something. I'm just going to point that out there. One of the things that makes this especially poignant in today's environment, right? Again, we're recording this the 1st of January 2022. We have been kind of, not trade show less, but the trade shows have been certainly different. Some folks still have travel restrictions, so this gives them an opportunity to actually put their hands on the actual gear. But it's something you said there that's also important about these regional shows, and that is what you said is quote unquote your sales team. Talk for a second about the importance of making sure that whether it's an AV user or it's a dealer or it's a systems integrator, the importance of having their actual Legrand reps, their Legrand sales team there in person at these various locations.
Yeah, look, that's a great question. I always like to say that sales is a contact sport. And people buy from people, and the relationships that you form in these unstructured meetings where you can, joke, have a chat, talk, about things other than work, children, hobbies, interests, whatever it might be. It is so critical to establish a connection beyond just customer and supplier, and that connection creates trust, and through that trust comes transparency, and through that transparency comes greater collaboration and greater problem-solving ability. So, our ability to help solve problems with, hey, I need this urgently in this place over here, or I have this, problem. Do you know someone who can help me figure out how to make all of these kind of pieces of technology, all of these solutions work together? And conversely, that honest feedback to, hey, here's where you're doing well. Keep doing these things. These work for us. This is great. We love this. These other things over here could be improved, right? Product, process, engagement, whatever it might be. So, that ability, you just can't bridge it long term virtually. You've got to be together. You've got to be face to face. You've got to have that unstructured time, and from that you get that. That friendship, that rapport, that trust, that transparency, that collaboration, and ultimately that benefits everybody. And that rising tide will lift all the ships.
Absolutely. Ben, as we wrap up here, take a look ahead and kind of future cast for me, and take yourself to the end of 22 and look back. What would success look like for the Legrand Roadshow trailer?
Yeah, well, look, I think ultimately, just to kind of continue on the point I just made, right, we want to feel more connected with our customers, and we want them to feel more connected with us. All of the Zooms and Teams just can't replace the real deal. So super looking forward to that. It's one of the primary objectives. The other thing I hope we can close the gap on, look, it's inevitable that when we share our products at events like InfoComm, we'll hear that, oh, I didn't know you had that, or I didn't know it did that. So our product teams have dedicated themselves to studying where the market is going and using this design thinking again to understand how to best serve our customers. So, the last thing we want is to make cool stuff that's, solving tough problems and our customers don't even know we have it. So, a big hope I have is that by hitting the road, we're going to result in a lot of really cool kind of aha moments where we'll make our customers' lives easier through the solutions our teams have developed.
All right, very good. Ben Martin from Legrand. If somebody wants to find out more about the Legrand Roadshow trailer or Legrand in general, how do they do that, sir?
Well, they can go to our website, legrandav.com, or they can follow us on LinkedIn, and they will be able to get information in either of those two places.
All right, very good. Ben Martin from Legrand AV. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head out on the road with Legrand AV and the Roadshow trailer. All that and more at avnation.tv. avnation.tv.